Here we go.
Welcome back to the Big Round Sack.
Yep.
Sackers, we have quite the episode for you today. There's a few things that you guys just need to take into consideration in terms of the atmosphere while you're listening to this podcast. This is our first episode in which we are filming our friends.
I mean, talk about a professional over here.
Great intro.
Thank you so
Great
much.
intro.
Yeah.
Thank you. We have not yet done a podcast episode where we're filming guests. We've had guests. You've heard them. You love them. You are them.
Yeah.
But we've never filmed any other guests. So this is a very special episode. And it's not a coincidence.
You should feel special.
It's not a coincidence. We specifically chose you two for this because arguably these are my coolest friends. And that's a lot to say on this podcast because the only people that listen to the podcast are my friends. So that means a lot.
Yeah.
I love all my friends. All
you
my
might
friends
be
are
pissing
cool.
some people off out there saying
But
that.
Sorry about
on
it.
paper, these are my coolest friends. So I'm very excited. Everyone gets to know them today. Before I let Joe get a word in or anyone else, we will have them be doing the something that they thought about, laughed, or cried about this week.
Yep,
We're sticking to the script.
to that theme. We are really riding with that theme, and so both Payton and Joey are going to bring something that either made them think, laugh, or cry because it's how to live a full life. That's how you're going to live a full life. So listening to this podcast is going to help you live a fuller life. Basically, is what I'm saying.
That's a full day. That's a heck of a day.
Absolutely.
Why don't we warm things up a little bit before we get into that?
I want to make sure I address like why they're my coolest friends, so like no one gets their feelings hurt and they're like, oh, obviously like they take the cake. And then we'll just kind of warm up, talk about some fun stuff, and then get after it.
Cool. All right.
Anything else to tee up the pod?
No. Well, I do want to say that we set intentions before every episode, and it helps drive the podcast in a way. And so I am going to introduce Payton and Joey here. And it was Payton's intention before we got on saying, my intention is to go. Well, go ahead. Why don't you state your intention? And welcome, please, Payton and Joey.
You guys are allowed to talk now.
Very happy to be here.
A lot of people in the
Thank you
crowd
guys
tonight.
for coming.
We are absolutely honored.
Thank you guys for coming.
You guys flew all the way from Washington
Yep.
Yeah,
to
just
come
for
down
this.
Just
into
for
our
this.
living room.
Just
We
for
were going to
this.
fly you too, but you know,
it
you
is
have a baby
Thanksgiving
and
week.
stuff.
It is
so.
Thanksgiving week, so that was, nice that was happening as well. But
That
we
was
are
just a side
absolutely
We're
here
just here. Yeah, we're here for this.
to do this podcast.
And typically our intentions are like, I'll say like, oh, I want to be silly or I want to really be in the moment. And then we were talking about that and Payton said, what?
My intention is to go viral.
Yeah.
We're going viral.
This is the one that does
Going
it.
viral.
This is going to be the one. This
We
is going to be
we
the
didn't
one.
talk about that actually.
you were putting the baby down.
I mean, I've already been viral once.
Thank you so
We'll
much
talk
for bringing
about
that
that
up.
later.
Thank you so much for bringing that up.
Things that make you say,
Thank you so much for bringing that up.
So-
While we're here,
We would be remiss.
just so it's hot.
We would be remiss.
Just so it's hot. I get a text from Payton maybe 3 years ago. And it's a link to a TikTok. And Payton's like, says something along the lines of, and I'm saying this verbatim because how would I remember your text? That'd be weird. But you said something like, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to punch this girl in the face. Okay? She was about to throw hands. And I don't know what's going on.
Well, what happened, Day? Let's talk about what happened because, yes, Joey has been viral before. Payton, do you want to walk us through it?
Yeah, please.
It's very important to note that I was 7 months pregnant at the time.
That's huge. That's huge context.
Their parents as well, folks. Their parents as well.
Their parents. I thought you meant their parents
No,
were pregnant.
we are parents.
They are
Their
parents.
We are
parents.
parents.
Thanks for clearing that up for the audience, Dayna.
You are the father.
These two are doing America's hardest jobs day in and day out, and that's being a mother and a father in this country. Am I right? Anyways, Joey went viral. Payton.
So I had multiple family members, friends, everyone basically that I knew. I'm exaggerating. There was probably like 5 to 10 people.
It was the whole town.
The whole town is messaging me, sending me this TikTok video. And I'm trying to search it myself, and I cannot find it. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Okay. Then I text one of my closest friends, McKenna. Can you search?
Shout out, girly.
Shout out. Can you search this video? She said no. So I text someone else who has TikTok. They can fucking search the video. Yeah. So this
is real life, folks.
This person blocked me and my friend, McKenna. Uh-huh. So we would not see the video.
It was
so
intentional.
She thought it was extremely intentional.
Yeah.
So she knew there was something she didn't want you to see, which is your number one
red flag.
Red flag.
Huge red flag. Okay? Mm-hmm. It gets to me multiple times. And it's a series of videos of Joey.
Joey, introduce yourself. Why don't you wave to the audience?
Hi, guys. Let's note that these videos were taken over like a 6-month period of time, and
which
I was
is
completely
even crazier.
Red flag number 2.
Which is even
weirder.
crazier. It was a compilation.
It was a compilation. And I was completely ignorant to the fact that any of this was going down.
Okay, and so go on. Have you seen the video at this point? What was going through your mind when you saw
Rage.
the video? And can you explain the video of Joey to the audience, please?
He was just in his office working, so it was like probably like 10, 15 videos of him just looking up, and that's it. He's a great looking guy.
Just at his desk in
Joey
the morning.
is a great looking guy. If you're watching the video version, this is another reason to head on over to YouTube. If you're only listening on Spotify, you're only getting the audio content. Why don't you head on over to YouTube?
You're not getting the full story.
And look at this specimen of a man.
Oh my God.
What a great sight this is that you're missing.
This is why we chose you guys to be on
yet.
video, because you guys are our hottest friends. And you guys have already gone viral for these things. Like, it only makes sense.
Yeah, so let's get back to Joey going viral for his cuteness. Go ahead, Payton.
We'll play the video
trend,
for this.
There was a trend. Do you remember what the trend was?
You know what? You're probably wondering what the video is. Why don't we just play it here?
I'ma hit it in the morning cause I'm whiskey dipping. Got my brother out on cash for flipping chickens. Free bro from the I don't really like to brag.
I'll edit that in later.
I understand.
Okay.
So
there was a trend going around, like,
expose your hot manager or something.
Something weird like that, okay?
What a joke.
And it went viral. Like, I want to say like 50K plus likes.
That's just likes. That's views, probably.
Million.
Exponential.
I don't even know. Huge. And his Instagram handle gets tagged in the comments.
No.
One of the girls actually commented and was like, do your research. He is having a baby.
Really? Yeah. She stood up for you?
Yeah, she
Let's
did.
Fucking go.
And I was like...
restores a little faith in humanity.
But like...
99 thirsty bitches and one with a head on her that thought about it for a second.
Yeah. Who is she? Let's get her on.
Like, my first reaction was like, oh, this is really cool. Like, to go viral. You know, that's really cool.
What did it feel like,
but
Joey?
But then the second Payton was like, now a bunch of bitches are following him on Instagram, I started to feel the rage. The rage was bubbling up inside me, and then I'm starting to encourage Payton in her rage.
Yes.
And then it's triple rage.
Yeah, Joey, was it like because you were in the situation you were in, you were kind of like pissed, or were you like...
Yeah, there was no enjoying that at
really?
all.
You weren't... There wasn't a little part of you that was like, yeah, I'm the shit, dude.
No.
Not 3%.
No, not at all.
I hated it every second. That's so epic.
It was weird. I was wondering why my Instagram was like blowing up, and so I went from public to private to kind of shutter some of that. But I had friends and ex-coworkers that were sending this to me, some of which were not in the county, and they're like, what are you doing on my For You page? And I'm like, what do you mean? What am I doing on your? I don't have TikTok. I never have.
Yeah.
I don't, never will. Instagram does it for me. So
just for a second, we do. So go ahead and follow us on TikTok, Big Brown Sack Pod. Go ahead on.
And yeah, it was just a trip.
That's honestly like the way you're describing it is like actually, yeah, like you've been exposed.
Yeah,
without your consent.
It was a little off without my consent. None of it I knew was going on or that it would be compiled and posted.
So you were pissed.
And I mean, I wasn't pissed. I was pissed that I had to deal with a pissed off pregnant fiance at the time.
Payton. So let's get into that. How did you feel when you realized that your soon-to-be father of your child was
blowing up
all over TikTok?
Well, I first called him and I was like, did you know about this?
I was like, about what?
And yeah. And then I was like, okay, he's either playing dumb. Either way, I'm figuring it out. Yeah. I text the girl and not nice things. And I basically just said, take it down.
Yeah. Good for you.
And
did you tell Joey you were going to do that, or did you just go ahead and text her because you had her number? And
I mean, Joey, you had to know that was coming.
I didn't care at all. I wasn't going to protect this person at all. So
yeah,
she got what she got, especially poking the bear. Yeah. With that,
I mean, she probably didn't think it was going to go viral, but that had to have gone through her head, like,
oh, maybe it's inappropriate.
This is probably a very inappropriate thing to do of a manager that's about to have a child.
Well. Yeah,
anytime.
Back to red flag number 1. Mm-hmm. She blocked me.
Yeah, so she knew it was inappropriate.
Totally. That's what pisses me off the most.
So it's like, this is when people are delivering punishments for crimes, they will dictate whether it was predetermined or like meditated, sometimes I think is the legal term for it. Mm-hmm. If it was a meditated crime. And in this case, yes, it is a meditated crime because she took the time to
damage control.
That's exactly right, Dayna.
Thank you. Yeah, but okay, now like so much time has passed. Like, is it kind of cool?
No, I don't think about it at all until
it would be so much cooler if I posted it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh
like,
yeah,
let me show off my man. Let's fucking go viral.
And that's what we're doing today, folks. So go ahead.
We're giving you another chance to do it right.
Yeah. Today
world,
is the day.
America, here's another chance.
Give
do it the
Joey
right way.
Another chance.
Don't do it. Don't do it for the Big Brown Sack Pod. Do it for America.
Absolutely.
Like, subscribe.
They get it. They know what to do.
Okay,
back to them being my coolest friends, because I know I'm like really driving that point home, but let me just like explain like from an outsider's perspective why I think you guys are so cool. Okay, first of all, we were just talking about it. You almost went to the fucking Game of Thrones, the fucking Navy
Olympics?
SEALs, the Olympics.
Dude, what? Where is the connection between the Olympics and Game of Thrones? And why did you know what she was talking about?
I was so lost right there.
Yeah, what?
What the hell is even that?
Game of Thrones. Oh, you mean the Olympics? How are you on the same page there at all?
Yeah, no, it just
they're both
happened.
pretty cutthroat.
I knew they're both cutthroat and game. Like there's games you play in the Olympics.
Okay, sure.
Any hooser.
Okay,
so,
actually, okay. All right, there's a little connection there because it's games.
Payton almost went to the Olympics. Did dive in college, like basically a professional diver in my book. And you're so funny. You're so cute. You guys live, Joey, sorry, of course, this is about you as well. Super cool guy, tatted up. You can see him on the YouTube. He just looks cool. He's got a swagger about him. And he worked his way up in like a sandwich beer
just
surf
a true
shop.
Grassroots story, really.
And now is like part owner and a little bit of something. I won't speak for you, but like, and you guys just live in SoCal and you like surf and you go to the beach all the time. Like on paper, super cool.
On paper, super cool, and in real life, super cool as well. So let's run through it. Their parents, their husband and wife. They are.
We
I
didn't.
keep thinking-
You forgot to mention that you are the
reason
for
we
all
know
of this.
each
I'm so
you
glad you brought that
initiated
up.
all
It's
of
Yes.
way
this.
cooler when you bring it up than when
Yeah.
I bring it up. I can't bring that up myself. I just have to tee you
Without
up to
Dayna,
bring it up
none of this would have come to fruition.
Give it up for
and
Dayna.
hope. Thank you. I just hope that you take the bait. I tee you up for that. You guys, thank you so much.
So yeah, Dayna is the reason these two were connected, and let's talk about the love story because they are their parents. They're Joey's a grassroots story. Payton would be in the Olympics had it been under different circumstances.
And now she also does something super cool.
And now she also does they manage people.
It's annoying.
They're successful in
Stop being
life.
so cool.
They're successful.
Oh, and her daughter, their daughter,
And
her daughter.
they're raising a genius.
Their daughter, Holly. They're raising a genius.
Emersyn is one of the smartest 2-year-olds I've ever seen. Now, have I
she's
seen
so
many?
funny.
Have I talked to many?
We don't
No.
have a big pool of data. We
But
do not have a big pool of data.
She blows my mind, dude. She's breaking out the crayons, naming each color like it's nothing. You were saying she was counting the snowflakes on her little nightgown the other day. Anyways, I'm getting off on a tangent about Emersyn. You got to see this
Which is
girl for
very
yourself,
easy
though.
to do.
Dayna,
How they met.
do you want to talk about
Well,
that before we get into their
I will
topics, or should we get
definitely-
into their topics?
I will definitely be posting my wedding speech, right?
Oh my God,
Joe, do
yes.
you need another beer?
You have
No.
to.
Yeah, I do.
I'll grab you one.
Yeah.
How many times have you watched that thing? You said something about it the other day.
I watched it literally 2 nights ago. It's like I see you and it brings back memories and I'm like, oh my God, this is the best thing.
Aw,
It's amazing. I
so
watch
glad.
it probably once a month.
Shut up. How do I know it only took 43 minutes for Payton to fall for Joey? I have a Snapchat memory with Payton, Joey in the background, with a caption I also can't repeat, but let's just say it was love at first sight.
Yeah, I think Joey walked in on me.
Okay, well that's your wedding
Sometimes I like-
present because
I
I
like
still
cracking
haven't
a
gotten you
wine.
anything.
You don't need to get me
And
anything,
it's just
sister.
too much pressure, and I don't want one from you. Like, let
It's
me
crazy, I
remove
can't
that
even, like,
burden
hear
of
you
you
without
getting a
the-
wedding present for me because I haven't
Without
gotten
the
one for you and
headset
consider
off.
my
That is a
speech
trip.
your present because it's just too much pressure.
Well, they got that.
So if you
but-
could just relieve me of that. Just know that I love you.
Can't say I was listening to what you guys were talking
No
about, but
problem.
it sounded like it was pretty
I
good.
was distracting you with the cold cake opening that
It
beer.
was really good.
Thank you.
I'm so
Cheers.
glad you like it so much. Joey, honest opinion. Did you like my wedding speech? I kind of did some digs on you, but I thought they were playful. The next thing you know, he's teaching her how to skateboard in the parking lot. And that was the night Emersyn was made. Just kidding. His skateboard tricks aren't that good.
No,
They were good.
it was all good. I think you were definitely one of the highlights of the night.
Oh, wow.
100%.
I'll tell you what
It was
more memorable.
it was only
though.
right too. I mean, you were the reason we were there in the first
Probably can't
place.
talk about
So
it on the podcast.
Thank you. What were you going to say? You can edit it.
It has to do with a backflip and going bar hopping in Laguna Beach, and we don't need to go there.
We don't need to go there.
We don't need to go there.
front flip.
Just
Shout out to Sam. I think
in
he's gonna.
case.
I'm gonna send him
Just
this
for
when it's done.
Fuck yeah. Shout out Sam.
That's just for your memories. So yeah, I do want to touch on how they met, and I do want to touch on our question about the wedding, and then we can go into their think, laugh,
And
cry,
then-
and then we should be good.
And then we, yep.
Okay. The day we met, Dayna came over and my parents were going to Board and Brew.
And this was
we-
after college, and we were both single.
Yes.
So college is over.
College
We're
is
living back
over.
at our mother's
We're
house.
single. We're doing anything we
Talk
can.
about an absolute
to get
dream.
We're
laid.
doing it all.
I'm just
because we're not in college anymore, honey. The access is not within reach. Okay.
We bring them back to our parents' house. It's not
We really
good.
like never did anything except like sit at your mom's too.
I
Or
know.
and go to Board and Brew.
Yeah.
That's all we did.
So talk about an absolute dream walking into your place of work. 2 fresh out of college single girls walk in, and it's Payton and Dayna. You had to be feeling pretty good about yourself in this moment.
Didn't even see him.
Not
on my radar.
Looked right past it.
Okay.
Which is not true. Well, I guess we made ourselves known because then we went and sat at the bar in which he was bartending.
No, we didn't make ourselves known. Probably to his
I
until
I was
called
working.
him over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, we go to Board and Brew with my parents. We sit at the bar. We know the bartender at the time, Brendan, and I see Joey. And I'm like, who is that other bartender? And he said his name is Joey. And he goes on his like 30-minute break or whatever. And I think Dayna called him over. She was like, Joey.
Hey, come here.
Yeah.
Well,
Come here, boy.
we had already established that you thought he was super cute.
Yes.
You were like, I need to talk to him. Like, I'm not leaving here without talking to him. And I was like, I could so see this for you.
I was manifesting it because one of my parents' friends asked me, like, my parents and their friends were there too. Backtracking. And one of them had asked me, oh, is that your boyfriend? And I was like, no, but he's about to be.
Before the first word was
Literally love at
exchanged.
first sight. Is that not the definition of love at first
I
sight?
mean,
For
who
me.
doesn't love? It's just
For me.
a true American Southern Californian love story.
Yes.
And again, it's like a beer like sandwich surf shop. Like, can you get cooler? So annoying.
Can you get cooler?
But is there a thing as love at first sight for only one?
Yeah, I think so.
I think
I-
Dayna in your wedding speech, you mentioned it was lust and then it was love.
Yeah,
That would be pretty accurate.
It was lust
You guys
at
have
first
rewatched
sight.
it, haven't you? Look
It
at
was
that,
lust
calling
at
out
first sight. I
specific
mean,
lines.
love at first sight.
I think this would probably be a good time to throw that in.
But let's just say it was lust. I mean, love. Yes. And then I did my role and my duty in that scenario and I called him over because you can't have the person who wants to really, really like,
No, it's desperate.
who likes him to call him over.
No, it looks desperate.
That's unacceptable.
unacceptable, yeah.
And I've never done something like this before.
Totally.
I never am like, oh my God.
Yeah, totally. You're pretty, everywhere we would go, you were pretty like underwhelmed with everything you were looking at. And you were like, you know, this is fun and all, but let's go home.
Next.
next bar, next party. I'm like, we've gone to 12 bars. There hasn't been one guy. And she was smitten. And I said in the speech as well, she was smitten and they were.
So the story is you guys walk into Board and Brew, you ask Joey to come over, and then what happens?
Sat down with them, had my meal and probably a beer on my break. Went back to work. I think you hung out while we were
stayed the whole
closing.
time.
Yeah, you guys stayed the whole time.
We stayed till closing.
We stayed till close. And then we.
What a wingman.
Yeah.
How long? Like hours?
Oh, Danny showed
Oh,
up
we closed
too.
at
Yeah,
8.
Danny
showed
met
up
us there
Yeah, that
too.
wasn't that late.
So you're like, we need a gang. We need a squad up for this.
Yeah.
And
Well, I think we probably called her and like, hey, we're going to be here for a while.
Yeah.
So if you want to cruise.
this is going to be TMI.
We got a fish on the hook.
What?
After they closed, we all decided, oh, we're going to meet up at Blind Pig, another bar. We go to my parents' house so I could change. But what I actually did was
Oh, yeah. Dude, not only.
because I knew I was.
You were like,
Okay.
I'm.
Were you tossing her vibes, Joey?
Yes.
100%.
Oh.
So we're
Yeah.
already out where we
Easy.
need to
Love
be
it, love
out. Like the next bar that we're going to go to is like right across the street from the bar we were all first hanging out at. So we go out of our way. dude,
Yes.
To
Out
get
of
her
our way.
prepped and ready. And that is something that sometimes.
Like she's a Thanksgiving turkey.
Yeah,
I had to
dude.
get her prepped and ready to go the night before. You know, you got to
to be
brine
stuffed,
it
literally. Oh,
To be
to be stuffed.
Jesus.
I was hoping that one would fly under the radar, but that was a really good joke.
It was a risk and it paid off. It was a risk and it paid off.
And that's just, what you did. And as a wing woman, again, I know we're giving me a lot of credit already, but that is a lot to ask.
Yeah.
And I was like, fine,
Yeah.
we're doing it.
Anyways, what a
So
story.
fun.
It's so nice to know that Dayna was involved in your story. It's really nice to know that you guys watch that wedding speech back. That's really sweet. And
Once a month. And
we're planning our wedding right now, and we understand like it's a big day. You put a lot into it, and I feel like to know that Dayna was a highlight. That's got to have you feeling good right now.
100%,
huge.
yeah.
Huge.
100%.
yeah.
Huge. Well, anyways, to stay on our theme, I do want to hear what you guys came up with. So for this show, we like to talk about things that help you live a full life, according to Jimmy V, and that's things that make you think, things that make you laugh, things that make you cry. We asked our guests to bring something that made them do one of those things, so...
Should we do it as an example? I didn't prep anything.
I'll start.
Okay, thank you.
Peyton's been waiting for this all day.
She's been rehearsing it in her head.
Yes.
I know, and I'm probably going to fuck it up.
All right, so is it a think, laugh, or a cry?
It's a laugh.
It's a laugh, okay.
He makes me laugh every day.
That's cute.
This is great.
You do have, can I interject really quick? You have a great sense of humor. Because Joey's jokes are not for the faint of heart. You have very thick skin.
No.
Okay. The jokes that Joey makes, like my sensitive heart.
I know.
It could, my tender soul.
Because they're all relayed on Snapchat, so I get everybody else's reaction to it.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious to me.
Yeah. And you were just laughing, and I'm like, oh, wow, they work so well together.
That's amazing. Okay,
Like,
so
I could just see the puzzle pieces fitting. Because if you ever said like any of those jokes, I'd be like, okay.
I guess I'm
So you
just...
have a great sense of humor. Is
I
what I'm
wish
saying.
I like knew of a joke he said.
Well,
No, they're
so-
all too witty. We could never like.
I know.
We could never match that energy.
And we probably have to bleep them out anyways. So, anyways, something that made you laugh was...
Okay, another TMI, but I've been on my period.
Sure.
And I was telling him like we can do the dirt, you know.
You know, in the
in
back.
like
Do the what?
Do the dirt in the back.
Like
Do the dirt.
do the dirt. Like do the
Like the
dirty.
other avenue. The other road.
No. That's not where I'm going. Like we can have
Okay.
sex.
Not not that dirty.
Not that dirty.
So you're taking it in the back.
No.
I didn't know that about you.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay, I actually
So
thought that's
I'm
what you
just-
meant though.
I'm
but-
literally telling him like my period will probably be done in 2 days. Then we can have sex. And he's literally getting a hard on as I'm talking about it.
He's
As
like,
I'm talking about having
incredible.
sex with
It's a
him
dry
in 2
spell,
days.
dude.
Fucking incredible, dude. Yeah.
you want your mans to hype you up like that.
Yeah.
Like he can't even do it then, but he's already getting ready 48 hours in advance.
Hey, you're not the only one that needs prepped, right? What did we say earlier?
Before stepping.
What did you say? Prepped and ready?
Prepped and so she was all getting prepped and ready. Yeah.
You're not the only one, dude.
No, you can't.
Sometimes a good 48 in advance.
Yeah. And then
That's
Doesn't
everything
man
we
really
need.
well.
and then the
It's
following
just the
night.
next thing. That's the only thing I think about for 48 hours.
Yeah.
Can't do anything. Can't function.
Well, yeah, the following night he
You
comes
kind of
into
love something
bed.
to look forward to.
Yes. The next night he comes into bed and he's just like rubbing against up on me. And I'm like, are you fucking naked? He was dead ass naked.
And this has been making you laugh?
It's not been 48 hours yet. I'm cracking up. I'm like, what?
Sweetie, I don't think you know how to count. We got 24 more hours, my guy. 24 more hours.
But just him thinking about having sex with me and getting a hard on, I'm flattered, but
Oh.
it's also fucking hilarious to me.
It's
Hilarious.
It's also
Incredible.
a beautiful thing.
What else would you want?
I don't know. I don't know.
You know, men,
incredible.
you surprise us. And we know these things about you, but when these things happen, you just never cease to surprise us. Y'all do the darndest things. You know?
And it's funny that you say that. Excuse me. It's funny that you say that Joey's been making you laugh, because one of the first things when I was first getting to know you guys, one of the first things I said to Dayna was, do you notice that she laughs at all of his jokes, but he hasn't laughed at a single one of hers?
No.
And it's just so
It
funny
was one
that
of our first observations about you guys, and you observed it.
I observed it. That's one of the first things I told Dayna, because we were hanging out with you guys. It was my first time meeting both of you. I met both of you at the same time. And I was like, dude, it's so funny. Pay attention. Everything that he says, she laughs at. I haven't seen him laugh at her once. And like other people were laughing at
Other
the
people were
things
laughing. Yeah.
that Dayna
Everyone
was
but
saying.
Joey.
Yes.
Everyone but Joey.
Because I can't beat him in anything. And that's what it comes down to.
Peyton almost goes to the Olympics, Game of Thrones. He's still better at athletics than her.
Well, dude, catch him on
That's
the
just how it
spike ball court,
goes.
right?
Dude,
Catch him on the spike ball.
That spike ball court, though, it's dangerous when you're around Joey. He literally
hard.
knocked me to the ground, and he looks at me on the ground. Why the fuck were you in my way?
Standing flat-footed. You got
Yeah.
caught
Hey, don't
flat-footed.
stand on
Yeah.
the tracks when the train's coming through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Seriously.
Yeah. He does not care.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That is so
Anyway.
funny. Wait, I
Great
had a
topic.
point. What were we just talking about? I had something really important to say.
How Joey doesn't laugh
Joey
at
doesn't
my
laugh at
jokes.
Peyton's jokes.
Oh, yeah. I told myself I was going to play a game in my head where every time Peyton said something genuinely funny and Joey didn't laugh, I would take a drink.
Oh yeah.
And you don't remember any of that.
Exactly.
That's a great one, Peyton. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Peyton.
Peyton.
Oh God, it seems it's getting a little louder out there. Oh, they really like it. Okay.
Yeah, the longer you live with a man, the more risks they take. And it's alarming, but very funny.
Yeah.
You
Very
guys
true.
never keep us bored.
I do feel like, Joey, you do laugh at her jokes way more now.
Yeah,
than
yeah.
before.
'Cause
The
he loves me
dynamic
now.
has changed for sure.
And what changed that dynamic?
Oh man.
When was there like, because
There was a
dynamics
point-
in relationships last a really long time. So if you can like point us to like where it shifted, that's like really interesting to me.
I want to say he started loving me when I got pregnant.
No, it was a month or two before when you and I had our offs and ons, and so there was one last time where you had a party at your house and you and I got to talking. I was there only because one of my good friends happened to be your roommate. And it came to a point, like probably like around this time of year, it was like a September, October, where I don't know, I was just over the chase, I guess, and there wasn't that spark wasn't in me anymore, and you and I started seeing each other again, and then a couple months later we found out you're pregnant, and I would sit back and think about it because I always had this like thought in my head, like, oh, if I get that news, I would have a panic attack. I would throw up. I don't know what I would do. And for some reason, when you told me, like, as much of a trip as it was, it also felt like things had kind of fallen in place and that it was almost not a surprise. Mm-hmm. So I think that's...
You felt like at peace with it. You weren't like alarmed like you would have expected yourself to be alarmed.
Exactly.
Joey, do you think that's maybe because we were talking the other night about like pheromones and like you being very in tune with...
Which is so weird. I'm
Peyton's
so
thing.
fucking horny when she's just happens to be ovulating.
That nature on you boys is
So,
so
yeah,
wrong,
do you think
my
there
guy.
Do you think there was something like organic and natural that was happening to you because your body felt or like something innate in you was like telling you like, dude, it's time to
Like
do
instinctual?
This. Yeah. Do you think that was anything?
Maybe
Or
Or do you think it was
subconsciously.
just the stars aligning?
Subconsciously, possibly. I wouldn't be able to like attribute that like specifically. Yeah. I
But
don't-
he never. So
I mean, obviously I did.
Pull out doesn't work.
We'll probably
We're saying
bleep that out.
now. Yeah, we can.
Use your imagination. What she said there, you'll probably put it together.
Yeah, it was funny. I would say that to guys at the bar when I was working. Like, we don't know how it happened. And they'd be like, you want to
When
sit?
a
You got a couple
man
minutes?
and
I
a
got
woman
to
love
tell
each
you. I
other.
gotta tell you what happened.
Yeah. Dude, so, okay, you started loving her right on time.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right on time. And what a beautiful thing because, you are, I mean, I hopefully this is, something that goes viral like Peyton wants it to go. But at the very least, this will be something you guys have. And I think it's important for, if nobody else, you guys to be able to watch this and hear that, like, you guys are awesome parents. You really seem to have, like, just grabbed this opportunity by the horns
By the
to
balls.
be parents and be married and like build this lifestyle.
Totally.
And you were talking about, Joey, you were talking earlier when we were just hanging out here before we started recording, like, man, it is kind of trippy to like think about how this all looks through Emerson's eyes. And I bet you it's fucking epic. Like,
Yeah.
you guys have this
Probably
great...
funny as fuck. Honestly.
Well, yeah, what do you think it is?
Oh, dude. I would hope that she loves it. I think she does.
She has to.
She
yeah.
loves it. She's always having so much fun.
Yeah, that's all you can do as a parent is try to provide the best life you can for the child. So I know like our parents did the same thing. So
Totally.
yeah, shit, dude. I don't know. That it's probably pretty freaking funny, like watching us mess around in the kitchen or something in the morning or something like that.
Yeah, when he's like humping me in the kitchen and she's just like watching.
Yeah. She's like, man, that's what I want one day.
Or she's like trying to get to me while I'm in the shower and I'm like cowering like a little boy. Don't come in. I won't.
He's like,
she doesn't see me naked. Yeah, won't
Oh,
let her.
never.
No.
You won't let Emersyn see you naked.
No.
Oh yeah, I think that haunts you
'Cause Payton
subconsciously.
has, I assume.
Yeah. Once or twice.
Lights off only.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, you don't want your kids to see you naked.
Well, anyways,
Fully,
the
you know?
point I'm trying to make, and before we got into Emersyn seeing Joey naked, what I was trying to say is, and now maybe taking back, is you guys are really good parents.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
So, anyways, Joey, what did you bring something for Think, Laugh, Cry?
You know, this might just come off the top. I'm not a crier. I did not
When's
cry
the
on
last
our
time you
wedding day.
cried?
I have not. I didn't cry when Emersyn was born.
Nope.
I couldn't tell you the last time I cried.
I think.
Well, you know what
Probably
they
when I blacked out off of tequila or something. I don't know,
say. You know what they say about men, Joe?
Pimps don't cry.
No, literally what you're saying to my mom. Your joke with Colin.
Oh, yeah, dude. Well, I was telling her, like, my friends and my high school, I don't know. I feel like your high school buddies, you just naturally a little bit more fast and loose with because rules were different back then. And so there's like a running joke that I have with my high school buddies, which is like, what happened to men in this country, dude? We used to just bury shit down and never talk about it. What's wrong with you right now? Like when one of us starts, but it's like totally joking and it like it lightens the mood. It's not us like avoiding talking about something, but it is a really funny bit that we do.
What happened to us? We're
Pretty
all
good bit.
What the fuck happened to
We're
us?
so
dude?
soft.
We're so soft, dude.
Sissies. Okay, but you're not a big crier.
No, so I'm definitely a big thinker and definitely a big laugher in the worst situations. Off the top of my head, I think I cried laughing when we came home from Peyton's family's Thanksgiving.
So yeah, this is perfect because we want to drive home the fact that these can be tears of like happiness and joy as well. You know,
Okay.
it doesn't always
Okay.
have to be sad tears.
He did say crying, laughing.
I
Crying,
did.
laughing.
I had water coming out of my eyeballs.
It was a technicality,
Yeah.
folks. Okay. I wasn't fucking crying.
But I was sitting where you are, Dayna, and again we were hungry as hell after Peyton's family's Thanksgiving. So came home and Peyton had cut up an orange, and I was laying there like
An
watching the
orange
football
to hold
game or
us
something. So yeah, we had an orange to hold us over, and these motherfuckers are juicy. So I'm like laying down, like gravity's not on my side, and I bit into this big orange and I like ripped the whole thing off, and there was so much juice in it that it all like just like I like deep throated this orange. And thank you. And it like all went down my throat at once, and I made like a really funny sound swallowing it. It was just like like I kind of like kept looking where I was looking, but like gave my eyes over to Peyton, and she's like doing the same thing where she's just looking at me, and we both just like had a laughing fit for like 5 minutes. I don't know what it was.
Stupidest thing ever.
The dumbest shit.
Was Emersyn around seeing
No,
this happen?
she was asleep.
Dude.
I don't know what it was.
You just had a really human moment.
Yeah.
Just trying to enjoy your fruit, and it backfired.
Yeah,
Literally
yeah.
to the back of
To the back of my
To the back
throat.
of his
Exactly,
So, I
exactly.
mean, but that is just the beautiful moments, the in-between moments of life that are
The best.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
Yeah, those are the best, man.
It wasn't a joke that was made. It was just me trying to hold myself over until breakfast.
Oh my God. Yeah. There's just something about things that happen because, you know, maybe you're listening to this podcast and you're laughing, or we were talking about this. We went to a comedy show the other night and we were laughing, but dude, nothing makes you laugh harder than just like little weird shit like that happens to you and your homies or your wife or your girlfriend or your fiance. or whoever you're hanging around, those little moments, nothing will make you laugh harder than that shit.
Yeah, it was so random. I think that's probably the hardest I laughed this week. Definitely, I guess I cried, but
Yeah. Hey, well.
yeah. So, technically, no.
If you think you're gonna cry, punch yourself in the face. Be a man.
Yeah, that's my think, laugh, cry for the week.
Hell yeah, dude. All right.
I need another
The
beer.
baby,
on
hey,
that
the baby's
note.
sleeping upstairs. Jeez, this crowd is ferocious tonight.
Guys, there's a baby sleeping upstairs.
Grab us another round, will
Yeah,
ya?
let's do it.
I'm down.
You guys, I have the funniest story to tell you when we're back from intermission.
Okay, yeah.
Intermission.
Before we go, here is a quick word from our sponsors. Squeezing and slapping.
Yeah, dude, it's literally how we're wired. There needs to be like more tolerance.
I mean, we're just fucking apes at the end of the day. I just literally grab and
Literally.
slap you. Not. Well, hold on. We need to make sure I put the slap in context here. I don't slap you in a weird way. It's like a little. It's love taps. It's love taps.
grabbing, he's jiggling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grabs,
It's
jiggles,
annoying though.
taps. Yeah.
It's all I'm here for you to fucking touch my butt, touch my tit.
It's not
We're just
all you're
all-
here for, but that's
It's a good
part
portion
of
But
it.
of
like
it.
since you're around all the time.
Yeah, it's part.
Joe will literally, even past like groping,
It's a
Joe will
small-
just pick me up and throw
small-
me on the bed.
Oh,
Yeah,
And
Peyton,
just
what's
walk
that?
away.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
I don't know. She's like 95 pounds soaking wet. I could just throw her anywhere anytime.
I'm definitely not.
Yeah, sometimes I just look at Dayna and I just
For context, you are very
something
little.
in my head goes off that
I'm just gonna pick her up and throw her on
I'm
the
just gonna
bed,
pick her up and throw her right now.
and not in like a sexual way, just like to
no.
throw me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm delicate and tossable. Anyway, so
Well, like, one thing.
Yeah.
Do you think when you slap our ass or
We're
like,
like, yeah.
rope our boob or whatever, you're like, ooh, this will make her horny?
Do I make you horny, baby? Do I? Do I make you randy? Yeah.
I'm ready to start.
yeah, what do you guys think
pouncing
the
on me? Like,
outcome is gonna be?
What
I
is the
think
intent there?
turning on a woman is a lot like wiring electrical for a building.
They're
Gotta say,
Things that make you say,
that's funny on its surface. I have no idea how a building is electrically wired, but on its surface, what you just said is
I
kind
mean,
of funny.
I can't like completely speak on that because I have no experience as an electrician, but when they were building out the restaurant, I watched it happen and that shit looked fucking hard.
it just takes a lot of steps. There are a lot of intricacies. There are a lot of things that need to be in place for your desired outcome.
Yeah. Oh my
It's different every day. It's different depending what our mood is.
And
what
turning a
time of
guy
day
on
it
is like as easy as turning on that light over there.
Yeah.
Just have to snap.
Or saying, "Hey, I'm gonna be off my period in 2 days."
Yeah, exactly. There we go.
You know what's coming, Buster.
Just
hey, yo!
and I say the same thing right back. You know what's coming.
Or there's always like those remarks too. I'll be like, babe, do you want me to toast your
Oh
bread?
yeah, the sexual
Ooh,
innuendos.
yeah. Toast my bread.
Butter
You're
that
like,
toast,
and
babe.
Payne's just like,
butter me up,
Dude,
sweetheart.
The innuendos are nonstop
Nonstop. I'm like, seriously?
Oh my god.
all the time. Can't help it.
funny. I'm gonna tell a story. We can totally edit it out.
Okay, but something is on my mind really quick before you do. I can't get over. Here's something that made me think. Okay, if you want to bring things to the table, let's bring it. Here's something that it's been making me think since we started recording. It's objectively hilarious how little long it takes for Emersyn to give up on getting them to come back into the bedroom for her. She
She
literally
has learned her lesson.
cried her eyes out for 45 seconds and no longer. It was like Joey's walking down the steps. She's and I'm like, oh my god, I wonder how long that's gonna last. And then 45 seconds later, silence. And it's been that way since we started
Joe's
recording.
like, "Can we start this?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, we're good."
Did you turn that off?
No.
No, I don't think no one would touch it.
The lens cap's still on, dude. Made you look.
Oh, dude, this died.
Oh, because we were on it so much.
Yeah. So
It's fine. Just keep recording about
you guys are
them.
just gonna be the focus for however long that is.
Oh, great.
Joe, could you bring me the wine?
Oh,
Do you guys mind taking a break and charging this up a little bit?
yes.
No problem.
Let's take a break.
Hey, Sackers. If you're listening to the audio version here, you probably haven't even noticed anything. But unfortunately, we were having a little bit of a technical difficulties. Our cameras for the YouTube actually overheated. I guess the content was just too hot. Anyways, that's going to be it for episode 22. We did record a lot after this. The cameras were going in and out. So TBD on whether you're going to get a part 2. Maybe we'll release some clips. We don't know what we're going to do with the rest of this episode, but we hope you enjoyed this first 45 minutes with Joey and Payton. That's been it for the Big Brown Sack podcast. Thanks again, Sacker Nation, for tuning in.